Hello friends, this video on electrostatic potential part 12 is brought to you by examfear.com. No more fear from exam. Please make sure that you have watched all the videos till part 11 before going ahead with part 12. We will look at the till now we saw only two cases. One is axial point and the other is equatorial point. Now let us suppose if you have any other point. So let us suppose that this is my electric dipole. So let us say this is minus q, this is plus q, and they are separated by distance 2a. Let us call this point as A and this point as B. Let us suppose we have any general point, say P. So this point, as you can see, it is neither axial, it is not lying along the axis, nor perpendicular, because had it been perpendicular, it should have been lying somewhere here, right? So it is neither perpendicular nor axial. So this is any general point. So we have to calculate the electric potential at this point. So let us say that the distance of this point from the dipole is r. So we will measure the distance of this point from the center of the dipole. So let us say this point P is at a distance r from the dipole. So we join these 2 points also. Let us say this is x1 and this is x2. The center of the dipole is O. So we have to calculate the potential at point P. So here also we will do the same thing. We will calculate the potential at P due to A. Then we will calculate the potential at P due to B. So first place it will become K into minus Q divided by distance of P from A, that is equal to x1. For the second case, it will become K into Q divided by distance of P from B, that is x2. Therefore, what would be the net potential? That will be equal to VPA plus VPB. So this will be equal to KQ into 1 by x2 minus 1 by x1, right? Now here if you look at the question, the only thing that is given to us is r. The question only tells that there is a point P which is located at a distance r from the dipole. So that means if the question is asking you something only in terms of r, so you should answer the question also in terms of r. That means you should tell what is the net potential in terms of r and not in terms of x2 and x1, because x2 and x1 are something which we have constructed now. It was not given in the question, right? So let us try to do that. Let us try to replace x2 and x1 with r. Now have a close look to triangle POB. If you look at triangle POB, it looks somewhat like this, right? So in this triangle, let us suppose that this angle is theta. So I am talking about this angle theta. So if this angle is theta, this length is x2, this length is r, and what is this length? This is a, because in a dipole this is a, because the total length is 2a. So I have drawn this triangle once again, that is triangle POB. So in triangle POB, we can say that cos theta is equal to, you know this formula, right? Cos theta becomes equal to r square plus a square minus x2 square divided by 2ra. You would have studied this in your trigonometry classes. So it says that cos theta is always equal to the sum of the squares of the other two sides except the opposite side. So for cos theta, the opposite side is x2. So we will say cos theta is equal to r square plus a square minus x2 square divided by 2ra. So from this we can say 2ra cos theta is equal to r square plus a square minus x2 square. Or we can say x2 square is equal to r square plus a square minus 2ra cos theta. So this we can write it as x2 square is equal to r square, you take common. So you are left with a1 plus a square by r square minus 2a by r cos theta. So you can write x2 is equal to r into 1 plus a square by r square minus 2a by r cos theta to the power 1 by 2. So from this you can write 1 by x2 is equal to 1 by r, 1 plus a square by r square minus 2a by r cos theta to the power minus 1 by 2. Now what is a? When you compare this what is a? A is half the length of the dipole. When we define dipole, we say that it is a system of two charges which are separated by a very small distance. That means we say that 2a itself is very small. So when we talk about a is a quantity which is very small. Right? Because in a dipole, the charges are separated by very small distance. Therefore, we can say that a is very, very smaller than r. Therefore, a square can be neglected. It is obvious, if you have a very small quantity, when you square that quantity, you get even more, even a smaller quantity, right? So, you can neglect a square. Therefore, you get 1 by x2 is equal to 1 by r into 1 minus 2a cos theta divided by r to the power minus 1 by 2. Now, you apply binomial theorem. You have studied about binomial theorem in your mathematics. So, binomial theorem states that 1 plus, according to binomial theorem, if you have something like this, 1 plus x to the power n can be written as 1 plus nx plus n into n minus 1 by 2 x square and so on. Right? So, we just consider the first two terms of binomial theorem. We don't consider the square terms. So, this is also of this form 1 plus x to the power n. So, we can write it as 1 by r into 1 plus nx. So, n is 1 by 2 into x is 2a cos theta divided by r. So, 2 and 2 gets cancelled. Therefore, you get 1 by x2 is equal to 1 by r into 1 plus a cos theta divided by r. Now, in a similar way, if you solve for x2, in a similar way, instead of taking into consideration triangle POB, if you take POA, you can get another expression for x1. You can get 1 by x1 is equal to 1 by r into 1 by r minus a cos theta by r. So now if you look at these two expressions, what do you get? You see 1 by x2 becomes equal to 1 by r plus a cos theta divided by r square. And if you look at the other expression for x1, you see 1 by x1 becomes equal to 1 by r minus a cos theta divided by r square. Right? So now we will substitute these two values in the expression for net potential. So what was the expression that we obtained for V net? That was nothing but KQ into 1 by x2 minus 1 by x1. Right? So let us substitute the values. So what do we get? KQ into 1 by r plus a cos theta divided by r square minus 1 by r plus a cos theta divided by r square. So 1 by r and 1 by r will get cancelled. So you are left with KQ into 2a cos theta divided by r square. Now if you look at it, charge multiplied by the distance between them, that can be replaced by dipole moment. So it becomes Kp cos theta divided by r square. So the net potential due to an electric dipole at any general point is given by Kp cos theta divided by r square, where theta is the angle formed by that point with the dipole. and r is the distance of the point from the dipole. So now looking at this expression, you can also derive the expression for axial point as well as equatorial point. So how do you do that? Now if you consider an axial point, now let us consider an axial point. In case of an axial point, what will be the value of theta? Theta will be 0 degree, right? Because the theta is nothing but the angle made by the point with the dipole. So this is your dipole and this is the point. So this is theta, right? So now when I say axial point, that means the point is here. So what is the angle formed by the point with the dipole? It is 0 degree. So put theta is equal to 0. So what do you get? V net becomes equal to Kp divided by r square. So this expression is the same which you obtained in the slide just 2 to 3 slides before. When we calculated, we obtained the same expression. Now let us look at equatorial. So for an equatorial point, what would be the value of theta? Equatorial point would be somewhere here. So the value of theta would be 90 degree. So what is cos 90? Cos 90 is 0. So theta will be 90. Therefore cos theta will be 0. Therefore V net will be equal to 0. So what do we see? We also saw, we verified that the values which we obtained for the potential at axial as well as equatorial point matches with what we derived here. So that is all about your electric potential. So now that we have discussed almost everything related to electrostatic potential, it's time to solve few problems. So after we solve few problems, then we will discuss in some more detail about potential energy. However, I have already told you about potential energy. Now we will look at potential energy in mathematical terms. So let us now look at problems. Thank you. Please visit examfear.com to watch free educational videos, try free online tests, get the best quality study materials, study from the best tutors and mentors, and much more. Thank you once again.